Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So, if you saw my post on Mastodon yesterday, you saw that I got super excited because I have figured out how to take one of these online city generators like this one, but really anything that will give us an SVG file with building locations, and then using Autobuilding, sorry, create a full-on town with it really easily. And my girlfriend made fun of me because I was like, "Ooh, yeah." Nah, she was awesome, but it's still a super cool to me, easy thing to do. So I figured I'd do it today with us. So first thing I've done is I've come over here and in the styles, I've gotten rid of all the lines, um, not raised, not filtered lots, nothing. It's just all simple and offset. Or that's kind of neat actually, but now let's go to simpler. Shrink, yeah. And no outlines. Otherwise, you have to deal with it later, and it's a pain in the ass. And then you can just generate until you find something you like, and then we can even warp it, and we can drag things around till we get it exactly the way we want. And I don't know, that seems cool to me right there. So let's use this one. Menu, apply. And all we need to do is take this settlement here and export as SVG and make a new folder. 230926, right? Yeah, -1 live stream village. And found on Gully. That's the name of the village it made. Sure, that works for me. Save it. And we're done. Yeah, right? Um, Now, the next thing we need to do is just jump over into Blender. Delete that. And file, import SVG. Not as grease pencil, just SVG. Somewhere in here it is. I saw it. SVG. There we go. And live stream village, import SVG. And we get all this extra crap we don't need because it puts the fields and stuff. So we just have to go through and delete those. It's a bit of a pain, but not too bad. And that. And you can start seeing what we're getting. Delete this, this. These are like zones. And we could actually maybe use them for something, but I'm not going to today. Delete that. And there are our beautiful buildings. Well, they're actually curves right now. But let's select them all. And object, convert to mesh. I got to select one first. Yeah, object, convert to mesh. And now if we look at them, they're all triangulated, which blows. But we can, I'm just going to use hard ops, but there's a couple ways to do it. Q, mesh tools, or sorry, operators, clean mesh. And now they're not. Every one of those is a beautiful, beautiful quad. Which is just what we need, but they're very small. So let's set our scale up. I made my village with, they called it a river, but I'm going to use it as a big road down the center. And we can just, decide on a scale for a road. I think I want Shift A. I'm just going to make a cube. And that's 2 meters. I'm going to make a, let's scale it up to, let's do it this way. S 1.5. I made my building kit mostly based around 10 feet. So that's a good size for it. Where's my cube? I want to make sure, yeah, it's not. Is it in foundation? No, it's not. Okay. So found on Gully. I'm just gonna select all. and scale them 25 times. That's Steven Steele, that's not enough. Scale, and let's go on origin, or 3D cursor rather. Scale it until my smallest building, which I think is about like that, is just over 10. So that seems like that's a reasonably sized space. That's 10 feet, that's like 12 feet. I can live with that. A couple small ones, but I think we're in good shape. Maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Control A, rotation and scale. Now I'm gonna get rid of my cube again. A, tab. Now E, GZ3. First floor. Now, I'm gonna decide, I think every one of my buildings is gonna have at least 2 floors because the first floor is that structural level. But E, GZ3, 2 floors. These are also small floors. 10 feet is not a huge floor. So you could make it a bit bigger, but I think it works for what I'm doing here. Now, we can decide which of these we want to make taller. I'm going to deselect, let's go to those. Then that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Now, E, GZ3, next level up. These are 3-story buildings. Now, select, I'm just going to cheat now. Select random, and we want deselect, not select. And 50% of them, sure, that's fine. E, GZ3, select random, E, GZ3. And I think just cause I'm gonna make this one E, GZ3, one higher. And that, my friends, is the basic layout, like if you're doing a video game, that you might get from a city. Looks good. Everything is good. I want to combine them all. So let's just edit, Control J, make them all one. There we go. So now it's all just one mesh there. Let's save. (230926-1) live stream village. Okay, so now we have a 2-scale village model based off of our thing. Looks pretty good, but let's give it some style. Now, yesterday I spent the stream making a kit for auto building, and I have since created a couple buildings and saved them out so that we can use it later. Let's put it over here. We'll just go look at it real quick. This is my auto building. There's nothing super special about it, but there it is. But if we take this and join it to this, let's see. Actually, before I do that, I want to make sure of something else. This, I want to remove all the mats. Clean slots, remove all material slots. I do not want it to have materials. That would be a pain. And now we join it to here. And now it does have materials. It has all of these materials. And now we can just deselect it again. And I'm going to undo it. So grab this, tab, Control L. So we got that building, P selection. Now it's back to its own thing, and this is its own thing. And if we look at it, it's got rid of everything because it doesn't have any of the correct materials to know what it should be. But if we edit it, it does. So let's select it all. And well, before we do that, yeah, let's select it all. We can do this. And come to auto building. This is what my things are. So we can see the structure is B. I probably should have made it A, but whatever. B. So if we assign it all to that, and we come out of edit, you can see we have what looks like, a building section under construction. It's all just girders and some ceilings. But see, we got a building roof because we can keep doing this. So now let's edit one, and I'm going to close this, get it out of the way. And that's fine. Now Alt-Z, if we grab all of this and convert it to just walls. Great. Good. Then I'm going to grab all of these and convert them to windows. Great. Then I'm going to grab these, and these, and I'm probably going to change this around. And sure. And we'll do this to start with, just to get us something. And I'm going to convert those to extrusions. And then I'm going to take Shift-G, normal, grab all the ceilings, the roofs rather, and get the roof flat. So now, come out of edit mode. We have buildings. We have full-on buildings with windows and stuff, and it's all lined up properly for us. And better yet, now come back in, select all, and P by loose parts. Now we have individual buildings that we can edit any way we want to. And see, I use sci-fi, but if you want to make a medieval village, I mean, auto building comes with medieval architecture. You could literally do this and make an entire fantasy city in like 5 minutes. It's so cool. Now, I think one thing I was looking at is that I don't necessarily want, for these buildings, this kit here in my base structure. I think I want it in extrusions instead. Colony wall extrusions. So let's have it there. And now if we look, see again, instant super change. Now, all these buildings have reflected, and now we got rid of those yellow awnings down at the bottom, which I was finding distracting. Is this not cool? Like, I think this is sweet. And this is a small village, but we could have made it an entire city. The number of buildings makes no difference. All this is automatic. It could be huge. I mean, if your computer can handle it. And now we can see we got some issues here because of the architecture on this one. So let's just go edit this one. And maybe I want to create KZ, a line there, KZ, there, tab, much better. So we have the ability to go back through and edit all of these things any way we want. And that, my friends, is freaking awesome. Like, this is not hit one button, generate a city, which as fun as those are, I kind of hate them from a concept art standpoint because you have zero control. There's nothing you can do, and you just end up making a city that's exactly the same as anyone else that used the exact same thing. But if we do this, we have absolute control over our buildings. Well, at the same time, we got the advantage of getting that initial map. This is badass. That's just the only way to put it. Add some loops. Add some loops. Sure this is good. And back in again. Booyah. And obviously this is a very dystopic, ugly looking building set, but it could be anything. It doesn't have to be my, grungy whatever that I've made. It just works. And now let's do some fun shit down here because we can edit all of these, like I said. So let's take this building here, because why not? 3. And let's subdivide that. Actually, let's just subdivide the whole thing. W subdivide, give it 1 and 2 cuts. That might be too much. Yeah, it's too much. We don't want to do that. I'm just going to do it this way. 2 that way. I don't want to do it vertically is the problem. Tab, back in, cool. But now 3, let's grab this and EGZ3. Bring it up. We can edit all of these, but they don't have to be the same. We can add a door here by going just to D, assign, come back out, and I don't like the way that the top things are working on this one, but we can adjust the dressing on it to like 1, and maybe cut to 0.01. Just make it down. And we have a door structure there. Like that's just, again, I get nerdy, but this is just so cool. I've been trying to figure out a good, elegant way to do something like this for literally years. And to have it just drop into my lap like this is just unbelievable. I am so happy. Okay, we got to fix this one. Structures are not lining up 100% properly, which is fine. It's all in my kit actually more than. Let's just take the whole building and, well, actually, let's just grab this side. See if I can do it this way. And normal. Oh, and I should be able to normal. Here's your origins, normal. There we go. Bring it out a little bit. See if that fixes it better. There we go. That makes it better. Oh, that's all wonky. Damn triangle. Well, let's just see if we can come over here. And this is windows, or no, extrusions. And change the seed. I'll have to fix it a little bit. Okay, fine. GZ. AM. This is the problem. Distance. Right? Yep, there we go. Bet you that fixes it. Yep. Extra vertices in there. Cool. That's got that. Come back, and now we can just Control R, add some edge loops here. There we go. This one's all FUD. Let's add some edge loops there. Is it better? Yeah. It just doesn't like the distortion on that one too much. But let's see if we can't. Edge. No. Still doesn't like that. All right. Let's see. Bring it back. And just grab 3, Shift G, coplanar. Turn on proportional editing. And just make it out a little bit more. And it's still fucked up on that one. Why is that one fucked up? It does not like that one. Well, screw it. I don't care. Let's turn it back to just a straight wall, see what it does. There we go. And let's do the same on this one here, just cause. Ah, yes. I like these walls too. Okay. Oh, I see. It's just getting messed up on that in general. I'm just gonna take this whole thing there and make it windows. See if that'll work. Which is E. Yep. Assign. Yeah, now it's good. Okay. And again, we can come back to this one here. And how do we want to do it? Let's say K, convert this to there. Cool. And K, and this to there. Okay. And then inset EGZ3. Turn off proportional editing. I make this whole thing walls, assign, except this will make a door, assign, and tab. Cool. The too much stuff on the top. I kind of made it a high number when I was testing it, and it's still, there we go. Just go to one thing, a single thing like that. I mean, this is just so cool. All right, so we're literally 22 minutes in, and we have, you know, a village, a town, and we can keep playing with it, and we're going to. Let's see if we can just do some more stuff. 2, Control R, add some edge loops here. Let's see if that makes it better. Doesn't break anything. Just breaking a bunch here. It does not like these. They're on just warp, aren't they? This is extrusion, deform. That'll make it full. That's the problem. So now, yeah, there we go. Now it's on deform, and I like that. But I think that's too many when they're making them full big. So let's go with 3. This one, back to walls. And then this one, and this one. Let's do it that way. Back to walls. I'll do the same thing on the other side too, actually. Yeah. And this one will make extrusions. Better. Much better. Oh, and you'll note, again, just to be clear, that because they're all their own buildings, when I changed the parameters on the buildings, I only changed it for this one building this time. The other ones are all the same. So this is a way you can individually fix and edit buildings without having to worry about everything. And this is extrusions. And we don't use Boolean. There we go. So we want it to replace. Or do we use Boolean? Yeah, we use Boolean. Let's see what that looks like. Now that one's not lining up right. Again, this is me making mistakes, not the tool, but tab, let's see, Control R. tab. I'm just going to make these walls because I don't really care. There we go. And ditto these as well. Not one of these buildings matters. If they did, I could have done them non-procedurally. So we can just fix them and edit them any way we want to. That looks good. It's given us lots of interest. From the inside. So our low single-story buildings. And how much we're going to do with these really depends on where we want to see them. Like, there are no entranceways on the ground floor right now. Do we care? We might or we might not, depending on what this is being used for and needed for. This one here. That's that same building. This building's just giving us trouble, isn't it? But it's all right for right now. If it really bugs me later, I can mess with it. I can even edit it in just geometry if I feel like it. Yeah. Let's put another structure on top of this one. Subdivide. Let's see if that works. Still looking good. No, we screwed that up. Okay, so here's the thing I noticed, and this works well. If it does that, the easiest thing to do, extrude up just a bit, take it up that much, that's fine. Okay, then we grab these here and we make them empty walls. Now, subdivide that. Now, yeah, now our building's fine. Just put a little bit of a lip between that. It doesn't like it when it's not in great geometry. So because my edge loops don't link up to each other, we get some problems, but that's fine because we can just do it this way. Now, inset E3, cool. Give another building thing there. Come back. Select that and walls, and then we'll make this a door. Come back out. There we go. Cool. We get a slight variation in height too, which is kind of cool. Can do that, say here too. If we wanted to keep these long, which I kind of like, Control R, add an edge loop right there. And make this empty wall A. Now, to Control R, add some edge loops, but take them off here and here. X, dissolve edges, right? Yeah. Oh, no, it didn't work this time. Do I have another one? Let's just soul this building, get it working this way. See if I did it right. It did look right before, didn't it? X, dissolve edges. Tab. Yeah, those look wrong. Let's undo. Okay, and remove. X, dissolve edges. Oh, that's definitely the problem. This was working yesterday. Well, just gonna leave them in. I don't care. There we go. All right, I can't claim to be 100% great with, this tool yet, but getting there. So let's select this, 3. You select those, and I want to select, checker, deselect. Great, sure. and we'll make those windows. Add a bit more to it. I don't want to move anything, did I? Ah, moved down. Okay. Save. Literally, we're 30 minutes in, and we have, you know, everything we would need if this was all we wanted to make a structure. But maybe let's play with it some more, given that we have time. And maybe we don't need to play with this stuff so much. We could add some other buildings if we wanted to that were more, you know, specific to our desires. Or we can start making some terrain, both. Let's make some terrain. Sure. Okay, 7. Let's go back to just this mode. There we go. Shift A, mesh, plane, scale it up to like that. Control A, rotation scale. 7. Let's W, subdivide, or tab, subdivide. 25? Maybe we don't need quite that much. Well, am I gonna UV unwrap it? I might. We'll take it to there for right now. Okay, and we're gonna make just some landscape variations. Turn on proportional, 1G, let's make it bigger. I'm just gonna bring up the spaces around it, but not there if I can help it. And we can come in a little bit because we built everything on stilts intentionally so we could do this kind of thing. I'm just gonna raise it up. And if it gets too high, we'll lower it back down again. But I don't mind that it cuts into those stilts areas because that's what they're there for. Let's see, 2, let's just grab this whole edge, bring it up, except for our river here, which is GZ. There we go. So 3, I'm just gonna say here, 3. SC0, shrink that down. So it's like that. Okay. We'll have to tweak it some more, I think, but SZ0? Why is that? That's not flat, is it? I'm on normal, global. SZ0. There we go. Now it is. Okay. Cool, and just a little bit more. And our biggest reason for doing this is just so I can get some edges around the thing. So turn off proportional editing. 2, select that, and then E, G. There we go. That should be good enough for anything I need. That's bizarre. Could be kind of neat, but I think it's going to be a pain in my ass. Well, we'll leave it. We'll see what it does. All right, so let's remesh this sucker. Quad remesh. Mesh it to like 150. If I even want to do that. I don't really need to do that, I guess. but we will. Okay. Where's this piece? There, get rid of the plane. Because there's our new plane. Tab. Now, I'm going to say I want K. C. KC. Enter. And then KC. Enter. 3. This is going to be my riverbed. Grab the whole thing. I think I got it right. I do. Yep. And now let's inset it slightly. And then GZ down. Okay. And then plus. That looks good to me. And I'm going to make that detail. And make sure I signed it. I think I did, but cool. Okay. Now, F4, append. Right there. Cool. Select this. Add modifier, geometry nodes. And we got a bunch of them now. So we need to select it to terrain. Cool. Geometry nodes, select all. Come in here, unmute, and unmute. There's our riverbed, if that's what it is. Cool. Tab, let's edit. And we need to again select everything on our riverbed. Because I didn't realize I was doing this right, and I wasn't doing it right. Let's turn off the geonodes to make my life easier for right now. We want it to be flat. Yep. SZ0, GZ, and bring it down quite a bit. Okay, tab, turn this back on. That's better. Okay. Because now we can put a actual, river thing in there. We get this weird extra thing here, but we can fix it later if we need to. How do we feel about our terrain? I kind of like it. I feel like maybe we don't need to select this as much here. So let's go back and clear our selection and select. Maybe we take this one, and remove it. Yeah, it's better. And maybe this one, this one, and remove it. Oh, we could get better edges that way. Oh yeah, I think we do. Let's see if we select these all like this and remove it. No, it just smooths everything, doesn't it? But let's see. We could select this. I just want to select this whole edge. Yeah, yep. See if this works. Fortunately, we have time to play. Select all that and bevel a bit. Cool. Now, if I select these like this, and it's just one side now, and remove, turn back on, we see it's better. So we got mostly flat there in the middle. Couple weirdness on the sides, but that's okay. Yeah, I think I like that. I like it being a little bit more roof and tumble down there. Cool. So let's do the same thing on this side. Let's just start here. Selecting edges. It's because the geometry node is going by vertices, and these vertices share on both sides, and that's why I need to add an extra level there. So now there's a vertex break here. Remove. And that's why the bottom now is going to be full, because the vertices between are removed. But we still have a good edge. I hope that made sense. Now that looks cool. And now I want to come over here and just cut our cliff down. Strength to like 3. I might even just use this one for both. There we go. Yep, that's what we'll do. Just get rid of it. Mute it. Okay. Cool. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. I think we're doing well. Buildings are all sticking at the bottom, which we want them to. That's good. Got a little spot here maybe to play with some stuff. Probably going to add a bridge. Yeah, cool. All right. Let's save again. And just in case, I'm going to duplicate this panel. I'm going to turn off the terrain on it, and I'm going to hide it, just so I have a backup in case I decide I need it. Because I'm going to apply this now. And now we have land. And this wall thing is kind of bizarre. I don't know that I care. Shift G coplanar, 0.5. No, it's just gonna be a pain in my ass. Well, let's just leave it for right now. Hopefully it's not gonna be a big deal. Once I start looking at it that way, and then maybe I'll just put something there. All right, let's build another plane here. 7G, scale it up. There's our water. GZ, bring it down just a titch. There we go. And then Control A, rotation scale. And this is the easiest way I've found to do this. Add modifier, solidify, and make it longer. There's our water. And apply it. So now we have a river running through it. And it's solid, which will help us with our geo nodes, making sure plants don't go there and shit too. Which is good. So we're going to put some plants and stuff onto this thing, and I think we will. Okay, and if we look again, yep, looking good. So let's select this and go to polygonic and aquatic. Actually, we'll go grab my own. We'll use the river one that I had from before. I like that one. Blender shaders, Seth, river water. I didn't really create it. I got it from that other geometry nodes thing, but I liked it better for this sort of thing. There we go. We have river water. I like it. Looks good. I'm going to move this off the way. And close this one. Okay. Now, what terrains do we want to use for this sucker? First thing we need to do is UV it. U, cube projection. Okay. We could try sandy shore. I don't hate it. It's a little weird that we have grass under our buildings, but I don't necessarily hate it. And I think depending on our angle, we could do something with it. Like there aren't roads. Probably should be more muddy though than this. So I created, let's see, where am I? Dirt and grass. I created this one yesterday. And this one, what it does is it puts grass on the edges near objects, and the rest is dirt. Maybe we'll do that. That's actually looking kind of good. And this stuff up here will probably get covered, so it should be fine. Let's do that. I'll try this one. We can always adjust it later. Yeah. There we go. Is that water, right? Yeah, that's water. I'm going to move this to a new plane, new collection, water, because I think we're going to want that. And this, where are we? I want to turn all of these off. Keep them around for right now. But, and this bad boy here, here's our original building. We could just keep him. Might as well use him. Put him over here somewhere. Up a bit. There he is. I don't know why. Probably never even see him, but we made him. We might as well use him. Okay. Cool. Now, let's save again. Got rid of all the extra stuff that we didn't want to see. That's good. We're at 48. Let's try doing some geoscattering. This is going to be our object here. Now, we want to keep this pretty light because it's going to get pretty big. We're already at 6 million polys. So let's find us a biome that's pretty light. And I think the pine ones are actually pretty good for this. Get this out of my way. So let's try using them to start with. Biome 12. Okay. Fine. Now the first thing we can do is Boolean and water. And that gets rid of it for all of those. But we're getting way too much stuff in our village. And there's not a great way to do that on an individual basis. We're gonna have to, or global basis. So we're gonna have to, well, we could go through and make a vertex group, but let's try something else too. Well, I don't know. All right, let's try it. See, just do one at a time. Pine's dead. Is there a proximity? Yes. Object repel. And we want it to be collection found on gully. And we want distance to be 5 meters. Let's try it on trees fallen now too, just to see if this works for what we're looking for. I'm gonna turn them all off, by the way, too. It's gonna maybe take it a little longer, but let's just do it one at a time, and I think this may help us. So pine's dead, which we put it on. Let's turn it back on. I don't see it at all. I don't know if I want that. Let's see, take it off. There they are. On. Well, that's too far. Or let's see, 1 meter? Would allow for them at all. This is not necessarily working well, is it? 0.1. Because I want some. All right, can't really do that. It's not working. Turn that off. Fine, we'll do it the other way. Tab, C, select all of this. That looks good to there. We got a bit more there. Yeah. Enter, plus, plus. Okay, gives us it all. And select over here. We're gonna add a new vertex group. We're gonna call it large trees. Tree mask. Because we might want some smaller stuff at a different place. So let's come back out. And now, pine's dead. We'll do it one at a time. Culling mask on vertex group, large trees. Cool. And trees fallen, we're gonna do the same thing. Vertex group, large tree mask, turn it back on. Yep, that looks good. Pines, small. How big are they? I don't even see any. Do we have any? Supposed to. Yeah, whatever. Branches large. Got lots of those. And we don't want them in our group either. Large tree mask. Oh, branches large. Here. Large tree mask. Okay. Turn that off. Grass dead. I think we could theoretically have it everywhere, but I think I'm going to do it here as well. I probably could have done this across the whole thing. Grass, we'll leave that on. Branches dead. No. Vertex group. Large tree mask. Morning, Micah. we're getting close to the end here in terms of big stuff, but we built our village. I would highly recommend going back and watching it to see kind of how we got all this stuff there. I think it'll be good. Point's dead. Trees falling. I'll just turn those ones on for right now. That's looking good to me. Now, let's see, what else are we going to want to add? We're definitely going to need some more stuff. Grass everywhere. There it is. Gonna need some more something there. Okay, I'm going to hide geoscatter again. Save. Let's try making a new biome. This one we want, let's see, wasteland. Let's try, let's see, wasteland 5, density 108, 6, density 175. Let's go with 5 just because it's gonna be big. I think it might be the best part. This is all stuff we've done before. I don't mind it being the best part. Okay, culling group on wasteland, vertex group, large tree mask, and invert it. And let's see. If I turn on, why am I not? There should be some bushes too. Where are they? Clump high. Oh, it does help to have it turned on. Dumbass. Dumbass. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's better. Bushes. High. Low. Branches. Cool, yeah, that's looking good. And we want to Boolean out water. Oh, come on, water. Go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Save. And let's see. What do we see? Leaving the gravel off until later if I can avoid it. No, it looks pretty good. That's giving us what we want, I think. Cool. All right, turn off geoscatter for right now because it looks good. We actually got something we're going to be mostly happy with. It's going to think for a second as it turns it off, and hopefully not more than a second. Da 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 da. Come on. It is saved, so if it freaks out, I can go back. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay, so we're back to that. So let's do a little bit of personal building now too. I feel like we need to add some stuff. I feel like this is just a golden opportunity for something in the middle here and maybe here too. Let's maybe add an antenna here. Come over here. Switching monitors so I can keep seeing the chat. We'll use one of Kai's antennas. Which one do we want to use? We'll do this one. Where are we? There we go. And I'm going to move it to scene collection just straight. And close that up. Yes, there we go. Okay, so now, just scale it. Make it nice and chunky. Tall. Cool. Sure, 7. Let's move it to like there. That seems all right. GZ down just a titch. Okay. Tab A U cube projection. And what material do we want to give it? Do we want to stay consistent with our structures? Make it dark and grody? Probably. Let's see if what the rust looks like on it. That's dark and grody. But I kind of like it. Got a nice antenna there. Cool. Now, do we want a larger structure of some kind near this building, near our village? Oh, we need a bridge. That's what we wanted. That's what we're going to do next. And I think, yeah, sure. Let's do it this way. See if we can. Tab, here, Shift A, mesh, cube, P, by loose parts, undo it. There we go. Where'd he go? Solo. Oh, that's not part of it anymore, is it? Fine. Where's my ground? New collection, ground. Hide it, and hide water. And there's my thing. Piss off. All right. Edit it. 3, get rid of that. Face. And get rid of this face and this face. SY, A, SY, SX. Okay. Tab 3, empty wall A, and this is going to be B. Assign, tab, bridge. And we'll come back into it because we can. And auto building on our dressing, we want 0 dressing on this one. There we go. 7. Turn back on water. Turn back on ground. And this GZ, RZ, it's just object, set origin to center of mass volume. R local SY, stretch it out, get bigger. GZ. So they're not the same height. That's fine. Alt R. No. Let's see. Global. Just make sure my rotation looks like it's on an angle, but it might not be. Local. It goes, yes, it is at an angle. 0. There we go. RZ. Cool. We want to move it over here a bit more. Yeah. R SY. Cool. And let's just do it by here. 3D cursor. There we go. 7. G. Good to me. Cool. And I can't tell if it's touching because the water's there. Turn the water off. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm just going to solidify this one. Make it actually real geo. Realize instances, apply modifier. Now it's an actual geometry thing. Cool. And now I can take that and that and E down a bit, tab. There we go. Simple bridge. Let's just put a person on for scale, make sure I didn't screw it up totally. Probably did. Where's human generator? Human gen. Dude, generate human. That's big. But I don't mind that. We can just add another layer and it should be fine. Okay, tab. Now, what we want to do is take this face here, 3, 2, there we go. I'm just going to add a rail to it. What kind of rail we want? We're just going to do a cylinder, I think. Shift A. But we want, nah. Face, poke face. 1, Q, circle. 3, E to there. Cool. Now, Alt X, mirror this to this. Alt X, mirror this to this. Is that enough for us? Do we want 1 or 2 more? We can do 1 or 2 more. That kind of worked. Tab. And 1 more. Face, poke faces. 1. Bring that up to there. Q, circle. Doesn't like it when there's a, that's on. So let's apply. Oh, get a apply tab, Q, circle. Huh? Q, circle. Fine, don't do that. I'll do it this way. 3, Shift D, GZ. And we do better now. Shift D, GZ. Cool. Now we can Alt X. Cool. We have a bridge. Nice simple bridge. Let's see what we got. I like it. Do you want to just use it again? Over here? Yeah, sure. Alt D, G, origin. Cool. Get up a bit and set it to like here. And down. Too much. 8. No. 10. Too much. 9. Just right. Have to be a bit less now. There we go. Cool. Got a bridge there. You don't have any vehicular bridges. Oh yeah, this is the building kit. This is just the kit that we used yesterday, Micah. Well, I added a bit more to it, but this is that building kit, just used to generate all these buildings, and they're all still dynamic, so I can still edit them if I need to, which is kind of cool too. Okay, so there we are. We got that. It's kind of a dark, grimy, unpleasant looking city, but that's sort of what I wanted it to be. So here, I'm going to come here and I'm going to do a bit of ground editing. I don't know that it matters, but just because. Sculpt mode. I have to make it bigger. We got the time, so let's do it. And let's bring that back down so we can see some of the foundation here. Go up there. Oh yeah. It might have been even darker and grimier than I intended when I started, but I am not displeased. That's true. I'm just bringing this stuff in. See if there's anything I want to change. I'll make this a little less straight up and down, just because I was lazy when I built it. A little less even here, so there's some height changes. And turn back on our water. Maybe not quite that much. There we go. Don't want the water to come too close to the shore. Yeah. I just want that angle to be a bit different. There we go. Bring it up there. Bring it up there. There. And bring it. We want to make our water deeper then. Okay. Object mode. We don't want this to be below the water, so let's just grab that, GZ, and bring it back down. There we go. Come back in. And yeah, I like that. I like that it's got some green around the water edge too, because it's getting the ambient occlusion. Just get out of there. That looks good. Save. It's looking all right. Okay. So we got what? 15 minutes left. What else do we want to play with? Maybe we'll play with, I'm going to make this building a little different just because. Inset, sure, E3, create that, and let's go with wall A, assign, tab. Okay, yeah, so we got another level on that building, but I think since it's near the bridge, I like that. Oh, we need to fix that too. Okay. Let's come in here. We got some changes need to make to this ground. Sculpt mode, make it a bit bigger, and bring it up, and bring it up. So that's there, cool. I'll take this down there, down there. Just get it lined up right. It doesn't really matter if it goes inside, but I'm just trying to make it as close as possible. That bridge still needs a little bit more support on this side here. Shrink this down, bring it up. Okay, now it's touching. And over here, also not touching yet. Make this bigger. Now it's touching, and then take this down. There we go. Object mode. There we go. Looks cool. Looks cool. Let's build one more building from scratch, just sort of for the fun of it. Let's solo this building here. We'll use it as our starting point. And edit. And over here, Shift A, Mesh Cube, GZ1. And even maybe more. GZ up to there. Okay. Now P by selection, tab, this one, tab, A, empty walls A, assign. Just wanted to show you kind of the basis of this because I haven't actually made a whole lot of buildings with this since I made the kit. Okay, so we come back out. We've got this as our single cube. Let's just put it over here. And I'm going to go to image origins. And object, set origin to center of mass, volume. Actually, I don't want it to be center of mass. Tab, just 2. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. So now if I scale it by S 1.5, that brings it to the 10 foot by 10 foot square. And it has nothing to it because it's all just on empty walls. Come back and look, we can see that. Tab, okay, I'll leave it in color so we can see the wall colors. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is AS Shift Z 4. So now it's a 40-foot base. And we'll grab these sides and we're going to go with wall B, which if we look down here at Autobuilding is my support structure. So just to come out of edit, show you again. So now we have a foundation and a support structure. And I want to build that there and that there. So instant platform, easy enough. Come back in. Now I want to take, actually kind of leave that floor there, duplicate it, and E3. And the reason for that is I actually want a floor there that we can see. So if I turn this on to wall A and assign, and now we go back out and look, you can look underneath and there's actually a floor, which there would not have been if we'd not put that there. It just would have been an empty hole. Okay, so there's a one-story building now. Now we can go back in, and I'm going to select those two, E3 up. I make these the windows, and the window one is E, assign, and we come out again. This didn't, yep, looks cool. Now I'm going to take this. I don't want to change the whole thing though. So I think I'm going to, how's the best way to do this? Shift hide to Control R, Alt hide. Yep, and we get that fucked up thing there now. So let's not do that yet. Let's just say 3 and E up a bit. Maybe I'll just do it this way. And now let's see if I can select that and make that empty wall A, assign. Still looking good. E3, E3, E, E3, E3. I could have just done a Shift R. All those. Oh well. Assign that and go back to B. And we have now this structural thing going up the side there. You see what I mean? See, there's no floors because we didn't build one in there anywhere. Now back in, back to color so I can see it again. 3, E3, do that, and we select this whole thing, and we go to extrusions, which is C, assign, and we'll make this the roof, flat, assign. And we got a bit of a problem here. And it's because my extrusions, it's not the right size. So if we deform it, that should be good. Cool. Now we have like a little watchtower thing right there. And I like it. And I did not make a stairs or a ladder one in this kit. Perhaps I should have, but I have not. But let's see. Do I have any stairs I want to use elsewhere from it? Let's see what these do. No, those are too pretty looking. Yeah, it would be nice to have, assuming you cared, but it's again, it comes to how close you're going to look at it too. But there's a ladder kit or a ladder built into the Wasteland kit that I didn't use because I'm trying to avoid using other people's stuff in my kit itself. Let's see this. How's this look? Alt R. That'll work. I think. Yeah. RZ 90. RZ minus 90. Can I just? No, it doesn't loop. Damn it. It'd be good if it looped. Scale. No. Delete. I may not worry about it, honestly, for right now. I will take this one, though, again, and come back in here, edit, and I want to, let's see, take this one, Control R, add an edge loop there. Let's see if this will work. It's like that. empty wall A, assign this. K. Actually, I don't even think I need to do this, do I? Just do a door, which is D. Assign. There we go. Some kind of a door thing there. That's fine. And that is too close to our, let's call it, move it over. And GZ, bring it up. Yeah, exactly. It's just these blocks. That's all it is. And you can completely adjust it at will. Like literally this entire structure, all of these are just simple blocks. Like it started out as those little blocks from that silly little map I got from the online thing. But it works perfectly. I like our little tower. Gives us a little height and a little something, something. Cool. Let's save. Let's go find us an HDR. I don't know which one I want. I've really had a hard time finding an HDR that appeals to me sometimes on these lately. Add. Let's see how this one goes. That one's not too bad. I kind of like the background. That could be all right. Oh, those are neat that they're different. It's because they're not UV'd, but I kind of like that they're the different. Okay. Let's set our first. Creative Cloud has been updated. Thank you. I don't care. Photographer. Set our camera. Set our lens. Anamorphic. Yeah. No, and that's what I did with the bridge, right? Like this bridge is literally just that that kit. Yeah, I like to say, sure. This kit applied to get the foundations. Then I applied the modifier and added those sub railings to it and the feet and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's totally adjustable. It's easy. Just what you'd need. It's great. And you can literally make whole cities with this in no time at all, as long as you don't want to modify the individual buildings. And you can spend as much time on it as you want to if you do want to modify the individual buildings. It's phenomenal. Just like that. And let's go to like a 35mm lens. And tilt it up. And you pull it back along the river more. I want to be just get a good. We'll stay along the river so we know we won't have trees in our way. Something like that. Save. And focus on our tower. Sure, why not? And save. And turn on geoscatter. Can't really see too much of the trees, but they're there. They work. Maybe we'll move a little bit out of the way of that one. Ah, no. Ah, yeah. Turn it off again. Okay. Fine, be that way. I'm just gonna do it the easy way. Camera. GX. Yeah. There we go. And turn back on scatter. Oh, it definitely has a Western vibe to it. It parts the landscape and the structures, and like small towns with this sort of building, we would definitely read that way. But again, you could easily have used a fantasy building set, and you'd have these cute little Tudor cottages everywhere. It would be perfect. So let's see what we got. I think we're just about done. That's looking cool to me. I'm gonna get rid of that human generator. We don't need the dude. And come on, we're definitely lagging, but we've got a lot in here. Delete hierarchy. I mean, we're up to 6.2 million, sorry, 8 million tries, not counting the geoscattering. So like, yeah, we made some stuff here. I think I'm going to call this now. I think that's 90 minutes, and I think I showed the procedure pretty well. Um, for whatever reason, YouTube wouldn't let me create the video with the link to the um, medieval city generator that I used to do this. You could see the URL in the start of the video, but I'll try posting up as a comment. It was just like, you are not an affiliated enough to be able to post links. Yeah, whatever. So I'll try it again. But thanks everybody for watching. I hope this was valuable to you. It's certainly valuable to me. This is something I've been trying to figure out how to do for literally 2 or 3 years now. And I am psyched that we have a good way to do it. I'll finish getting these posted up and be back again tomorrow. Okay, folks, thanks again. I really appreciate all the support, and I will talk to you all again later. All right, bye-bye.